welcome to this week's MVP segment on High School Cube News. I'm Beth Long here at Glenbard North High School, where this week we are featuring a dynamic running back who has racked up almost 2,900 yards this season and is a four-star on Fox Sports and Scout.com. He's also headed to Northwestern to play college ball. This week's MVP is Justin Jackson.
In the backfield, Murphy takes a snap, pitches left to Jackson. He breaks a tackle and he's off to the left side. He is off to the races as no one is going to catch him.
Justin, you guys have had a pretty successful season so far, going into the second round of the playoffs. What are the keys this weekend against Stephenson?
They're a great team. You know, they have a great offense, great defense. Obviously, with Matt Morrissey and Cameron Green, their two-star receivers, they've been really successful this year. So, key on defense is just to get pressure on the quarterback. You know, try and disrupt their passing game a little bit. And on offense, just they got a lot of good D linemen.
Speaking of scoring points, that's been something you've been pretty good at this year. Also accumulating yards, almost 2,900 yards in the season. Were you expecting that at this point?
I wasn't, but you know, I worked hard this offseason. My whole line worked hard. Our whole team worked hard, and you know, we got everything we've deserved so far. And we just want to keep pushing forward, try and get a win this week, and just keep going on in the playoffs.
For you, you were about 2,600 yards total last season. This season, you're already over that, you know, above and beyond. What was the difference in your game from last year to this year?
You know, I just think I'm making bigger plays, you know, breaking more tackles, you know, getting out in the open field a little bit more. You know, some plays last year where I only gained 5 or 6 yards, you know, I make an extra cut this year and it'd be a 60, 70-yard touchdown. So I just tried to make that change. I watched a lot of film last year on me, and I critiqued myself a lot. So I just try and get better every year, and this year's been a pretty good year for us, but we're not finished yet.
Week 1 of the season didn't go the way you guys had planned. Since that point, week 2 to now, the games really haven't been that close. Right. And you guys pretty much changed the game and changed it through the rest of the season. How much did you guys learn as a team about you guys week 1?
Well, sometimes you hear, you know, you learn more from a loss than a win, and it's really true, because from that loss we were so disappointed in ourselves. We had so many opportunities to win that game and we didn't take advantage of it. So, you know, from that point on, we didn't like that feeling, you know, so we didn't want to lose again, and we haven't so far, and we don't want the rest of the year. You know, we got to go 4-0 from here on out, and the regular season doesn't really matter anymore. You know, everyone started anew, so we're 1-0 so far, and we got 4 more games to go.
Now, teams have known about you for years at this point. What's it like to know that teams are game planning against you and you're still putting up huge numbers against them?
It's nice, you know, but we work so hard every single day in our offense. My offensive line, they just do a great job helping me out, you know, getting to linebackers, our receivers, get to safeties, you know, and just give me those lanes, and I take advantage of it. You know, I get a lot of credit, but all the credit really goes to my offensive line, my fullback, you know, our coaching staff, our receivers.
Speaking of defense, like we've mentioned, you played cornerback. Had some pretty big plays throughout the year there and last season. What do you think are the biggest challenges of playing both ways in such demanding positions?
It's the conditioning part, I'd say. You got to fight through a lot of fatigue. Playing for a team like this, it's not hard to put the team before yourself. So I just try and go out there, do the best job I can, and I know that even if I do need a break, we have other great players on this team that can, you know, back me up. And we
got to talk recruiting a little bit. Committed for a while to Northwestern. Why the Wildcats?
It's a great school. You know, everyone knows Northwestern has great academics. We have a great recruiting class. Coach Fitz, Coach Mack, my running backs coach, and the rest of the coaches, they're great. It was really an easy choice, only an hour away. And it's just a great overall experience there. I've talked to the players there. They love it there. So once I get there, I'll be able to experience it. I'm really excited.
Playoffs start a whole new season. Could have 4 more weeks to go at this point. What are the keys for you in particular to make sure this team, you know, does what they couldn't do last year and wins the state title?
You know, just really try and lead my team, really talk to the young guys, even talk to other seniors about watching film, being prepared, and just going in the game and performing. You know, that's what it comes down to. You got to perform in the big moments. So I'm ready to do that. I've always done it my whole life, and I'm going to try and do it this week again against Stephenson, and hopefully we'll get a win.
And a lot of people I know throughout your recruitment were saying, no, he's not big enough to play running back at the college level. Northwestern obviously offered you at running back, and you're going to play running back when you become a Wildcat. To all those people that doubted you, putting up numbers like you have this season, was that kind of part of the motivation?
Definitely. I actually try and find stuff on the internet of people, you know, saying, you know, he's too small or he can never make it as a running back in college. And I just use that as motivation, whether I'm lifting, I'm running in the morning, I'm doing, you know, extra stuff after practice. That stuff just motivates me a lot.
I'm not sure you can do much more to prove them wrong.
I mean, you just gotta keep going. Gotta keep going, that's it.
Well, thanks, Justin. Once again, Justin Jackson of Glenbard North. Here is this week's MVP on High School Cube News. Make sure you stay tuned for next week's.